Hi, my Tobies. It's me, Sheila True Love. Remember that dude that I had and it was all jacked up when I had on my robe and everything? And I told you that I was going to hook it up because that's what you do. Instead of sitting around moping over some miserable narcissist, you go outside there, baby, and you get yourself a new do and you hook it up. And for the men, you get yourself a new haircut, get yourself some new duds. You get that nice little preppy look about yourself in case you was dressing gangsta or whatever you would dress like. Just get yourself a preppy look and a new haircut. Women, we know what we can do, honey. We can hook up the makeup. We can get new dress. We can get new makeup. We can get makeovers. We got our new hairdo. We have so many options. Anyway, long day at the office, working with the New York State Legislature, as you know I do, typing up and working with Donald Trump with all these executive orders, when he wants to override what the Senate and the Assembly has to say. No, we're not feeling what you have to say, Trump, and we do not agree. So what he does is he makes an executive order. He got to carry that out. So I've been sitting up there working with that. I'm exhausted. At the same time, you know how much I love you, and I am here with my new do. What do you think, guys? Personally, me, I think it's cute. It's kind of cute. It's something different. Anyway, we're going to talk about, can narcissism, can it be cured? Can it be cured? First of all, let's be clear. Narcissism is a personality disorder. It's not a mental illness. Let's keep that clear, okay? Because it doesn't result from a chemical imbalance. Let's say like depression, that's a chemical imbalance in the head. It cannot be treated, at least not effectively with medication. Depression, you can take some antidepressants and you can treat that and make things beautiful again. Narcissism occurs because the brain has been altered over time due to things that have happened to them in their childhood, in their infancy. The more they get narcissistic applied from you and me and people like us, 9 times out of 10, the narcissist doesn't see a problem with his or her behavior, and they will always blame their issues on the people around them rather than looking inside of themselves like they should. We're really not helping, guys. Sorry. But we wanted to love them, right? And care about them. That's what God created us to be, empaths. The more supply tries to show them love, that's the same as rewarding them for their bad behavior. So of course they're not going to change. If you're doing something and somebody keep rewarding you, are you going to change? Of course not. You know? All we tried to do was love and care about these miserable bastards. They don't respond to that. They respond to abuse and discarding them. A person with a mild form of narcissism, they can change with mild forms. But people who are full blown narc, they can and they will never change. Not unless they end up paraplegics or paralyzed from the neck down. There's a doctor named Dr. Lynn Namka. She's a licensed psychologist. And she says that some narcissists can change. Those with mild forms of the personality disorder. She says they need to be worried that the people that they love, they could lose someone that they love and value dearly. That could help lead them to change. As they grow older, some start to notice their selfishness. When dealing with those around them, as they grow older, they start to wake up if they are mild narcissists or have the trait. Some start to feel healthy guilt about their past actions. Guilt, that could make a breakthrough. That's a breakthrough emotion that sets the person on the right path. That's a possibility. This is not speaking of full-blown narcissists, however. And this is coming from a psychologist who knows what's up. You know what I mean? Dr. Lynn Namka, she also says the milder narcissist defense may soften in life if the person achieves a stable home, a stable work environment, or if they have a big setback where the rug is pulled out from under them, creating a crack in their head. No, I'm only joking. A crack should be in their defense. Personally, me, I say a crack in the head. Then again, she says some narcissists will just get worse if they're forced down to their knees, if they lose everything. After being rejected, failing, or otherwise becoming disillusioned and not getting the kind of support that they need, some of them get worse instead of getting better. People with severe narcissism, they have limited emotional intelligence. They have tons and tons of psychological resistance, which stands in their way of recovering. That's why they won't recover. They have this psychological resistance going on. They are unable to see the seriousness of their behavior, and they can't see their shortcomings. You know? For them to admit this, it would send them into great shame, which would trigger a deep, deep depression. And I know that's real because my ex-narcissist was, every time you looked up, the man was depressed like crazy. Do I think a narcissist can be cured or changed? That's my view. Here's my view. Hell no. Why? Because narcissists see nothing wrong with using people and then throwing them away. They feel completely justified with their lying, their cheating, their using, their stealing, manipulating, and abusing good, decent people. They see nothing wrong with it. How would they change? In fact, not only do they see nothing wrong with their behavior, they actually believe that they can outsmart everybody. They think they can outsmart you. Mine really thought he could outsmart me. That's a joke. That's comical. We should do a play on that. You know, every time they're able to con or manipulate someone, they feel you're the weak and you're the stupid fool. They pretend they have low self-esteem, but that's just to manipulate people. The truth is, they're egotistical and they're arrogant. And this is why they can never benefit from therapy. And that's why it's important for them to change. It's impossible, not important, because it is important. But that's the reason why it's impossible for them to change. Okay? Because they think they're outsmarter than everybody. Why should they change? When they believe they're already smarter and better than everybody else. Tell me, is that not delusional? Really? That's what I call red noses for everyone. The circus is in town, and so are the clowns. And they're all going to create the illusion. That's what the circus does, and the clowns do. Anyway, you always have a choice. I love you like crazy, and you know that I do. That's why I'm here making these videos, even though I had a hard day, and I wanted to share my do with you. It's beyond my due, but anyway, I love you, darling. You always have a choice. Please, I beg of you to choose wisely. I always leave my phone number and my email address below. I'm going to have to attach it and all that stuff. I've spoken to so many of our peeps, our empaths, and it's been amazing. We've been on the phone for hours, and I'm talking about women and men. That was a shocker for me when it comes to the things that men have been through. Because you always associate women with being nurturing and loving and supportive and, catering and submissive. Honey, but when you listen to these guys' stories or what they're telling me on the phone, these guys are really hurting. You know? Wow. That's all I can say is, wow. You always have a choice. I love you. Until next time, we'll talk again. Bye for now. Bye, babies.